Anyway, we do site suitability. We do operational capacity analysis of the facility. We do a 36-month pro forma, and then I provide business consulting on the back end once they get into the facility. Number 2, OPCAP, operational capacity. Thing I've loved talking about for years. Essentially, operational capacity is your efficiency or inefficiency with your square footage. It could be in terms of how many people you have in there, how much money you're making per class. It could be just the flow and the layout and what kind of equipment. And operational capacity is kind of just a general term of your efficiencies or inefficiencies of your square footage. So that's where I'll have someone come in and they'll be like, man, 3,400 square feet still, but I really want to have a barbell in it. And I want to have treadmills and whatever. I can't do that in 3,400 square feet. I'm like, bullshit. I just drove down to Charleston, South Carolina last weekend, and there's a 42-person class in 3,400 square feet. Right. And these guys are, I've seen a layout that actually does that. And that's when we get into like 2D CAD drawings, and we have software that will just go ahead and we just do some mock-ups as to what this would look like. And we'll talk about smart layout versus, not. And again, it's the gym owner's decision, but I'm like, cool, this space, if you lay it out like this is how many people you could have in that class.
Yeah, one of my favorite posts you ever made was when you described the unit economics per square foot of usage for a CrossFit gym, a spin studio, a yoga studio, all that kind of stuff. Because that's when it should become obvious to somebody with some common sense. Something like CrossFit is a fitness methodology. There isn't a business model. You have to come up with your own business model for how to execute CrossFit within a space. So now if you're like, hey, we have 5,000 square feet of floor space, we can fit as many people as we want. We don't have to think about it. Did you need 5,000? Like what? How much are you spending per square foot per year?
Yeah.
So let's say it's $15 and you have 2,000 extra square feet. At the end of the year, would it be nice if you had $30,000 in your pocket that you didn't have right now? Because that's the difference between having a business model before you start and not.
Yeah. I had a gym just recently. They wanted to have stations, kind of like Orange Theory, how they have like a perimeter model where treads are up against the wall, and then behind them, the treads in the middle of the floor, the rowers. This gym they wanted rowers on the backside. And I, based on their numbers, I said, I think the rowers are a bad idea. And now I'm having to have an argument with the gym owner based on his unique belief in fitness and why he likes a rower. But then me also showing him, we literally can either fit in 12 more people if we go to a Concept 2 bike. Because when a rower's down, being used in class, it's very expensive from a square footage perspective.
Dude, you saw no rowers at Active.
Yeah, 100%. I'm like, but here's how many we do is, or you can keep your rowers. This is what the price should be though.
Right.
And so now I'm presenting options. And here's the thing is,
I want to go back to that because that's a good point. Get into for a second. I want you to explain it. If you're going to have rowers, the price needs to change.
Yeah.
But that's not because people are like, rowers are such a valuable piece of equipment. It's because of something else, and I want you to explain.
Sure. It's because with the rowers, we're going to have less people per class, right? Your ARC, your average revenue per class, is going to go down because we are going to have less people in there because the rowers take up more space.
But Stu, my classes are never filling all of the space. So why does it matter if I have a rower or not?
When you say my classes are not filling all the space, like
I want you to think about the CrossFit gym owner right now who's like, I have room for 10 more people in every class.
Sure. Yeah. So when you have an inefficient flow, and a flow is kind of where people are in the course of the workout, right? CrossFit has what I informally call it like the chicken with their head cut off thing. CrossFit gym, just find a spot on the floor, grab your shit. Some people are taking up a ton of space, some people are not. And you never are able to look at it in an organized fashion until the CrossFit Open. The CrossFit Open is the only time when CrossFit gym owners realize what OpCap really is. When they have to create lanes and this and organize and plan, or if they do a local competition. You had a competition, an events company. You understood how tight everything had to be. That's when someone's like, well, I'm like, but you're about to spend $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 on this upfit. Do you think it might be a time now to be a grown-up about this and organize your floor in a way that is predictable and understandable? And if it's not, you're like, I think it would take away from the client experience, or you have some kind of stupid, silly answer for this, I'd say that's perfectly fine. Just accept the financial consequences or lack of financial opportunity that comes with it. Because I'm not here to tell you how to run your business. And I get to use math. Like, the thing is, I have no preference in what you do. I literally have zero emotional involvement. I don't care how you run your gym. I don't care. I'm just here to present you the facts if you make this decision, this is what it would look like. You tell me what you want to do. I will not fight you on it. If you hire me as a consultant, I'm not there to run your business for you. I'm there to give you information, yet it's your fucking decision.
Right.
That's it. I do not get emotionally involved in my clients' decisions at all.